Just making sure we are appropriately broadcasting where we need to be. Yeah, it looks like we are. Super. We are live on Facebook /Jack.Mitchell1, otherwise known as my Facebook page. We are also, oh no, we got to turn that down. That's going to be a problem. All right. Yep. Got to mute myself there. All right. We'll mute those. And we're also on the Jack Mitchell YouTube page. And this is something I want to do. I'll probably do around lunchtime every day for the whole summer. And that's just give you a kind of a briefing. We're used to all these government officials giving us briefings now every day. And I really wanted to get into the act on that. And so I thought kind of a lunchtime one just about the updates on the 65-degree guarantee. Now, I don't know how many of you heard. In the past, I've had a history trying to really just cheer the community up of making a promise that the winter is over and there's hope in the future. And so I would say, hey, look, guys, I will promise that we are going to have spring to the tune of 60-degree highs every day going forward. And if I'm wrong, I will pay the price. And so you get satisfaction either way. And so I've done that many times. And it technically, I believe, I'm trying to remember, I believe all of them have failed. And I've ended up walking across the city, which is what I said I would do. I will say this, I've requested, and this is still kind of in the works, like I've requested some investigations and some hearings about what might have been happening with the airport thermometer during some of those years. There's a lot of questions. I know there's some internet conspiracy theories that are out there that perhaps it was tampered with by someone who wanted me to fail. But look, I mean, I still did it. I'm a stand-up guy, even though likely it was, fake weather, essentially. Now here we are in these uncertain times. And I want to raise everyone's spirits even more than I ever have before. So I decided, it's been a tough week. We all have quarantine fatigue. I'm sick of it. And then we have, this just a crappy weather week this week. It's cloudy, kind of rainy. And so I thought, what better time to bring back the old 60-degree guarantee and say, you know what, folks, if nothing else, if we're going to be stuck at home, I promise it will be beautiful outside every day for the rest of the year, at least. So I decided at 7:10 this morning on the program to go ahead and do that. And I told the guys that I work with, most of them have not been around since the last time I did this. And I got a little blowback, to be honest. There were a few of them who said, hey, how about you make it 65 degrees, given that you're doing it later than you usually do? And, I'm not scared. Do I look like a man who's scared of things? So I said, "What? Bring it, dog." And I said, "How about 65? 65. I think there's going to be plenty of cushion." And so, yeah, the 65 degree has been made, and I'm just here to reiterate it. I promise every day, starting today, throughout the entirety of the summer, it will be at least 65 degrees in Lincoln at the airport. We'll verify every day, and we're going to be doing these briefings throughout the whole summer just to kind of update on how correct I am with this. So we've had some questions about this, and one of them was, hey, Jack, haven't you been wrong in the past? And the answer is technically, arguably. Experts disagree on that. So that's the answer there. Some of the other questions that I've gotten, they say, hey, Jack, have you looked at the forecast for today? And I guess I say, hey, when was the last time? Look, I got a lot of friends. I respect the heck out of the Ken Deweys of the world and the Rusty Dawkins of the world and the Ken Shimmicks of the world and the Dean Wysockies of the world. But let's be honest. Holy geez, are they wrong a lot? I mean, they are wrong a lot. So, let's admit it. How many snows do we get forecasts are going to be a foot that end up being 1 to 3 inches in Lincoln? Happens constantly. And so I'm not worried. I think I'll be right. And here's what I envision happening. Now let's check. We are at 12:42, and I'm going to use my little iPhone app here to get an update. We're 10 degrees away. It's barely afternoon. We are fine. So all of the haters out there, if you think look at the sun just beating down on Lincoln right now. We got like 4 hours until peak warmth today. So I'm going to be right today. And then what I predict is, and the forecast looks great for tomorrow. I look fine for tomorrow. I know the beginning of next week looks a little different, but I'll tell you what, you've seen these forecasts change all the time, and I wouldn't believe the fake mainstream weather. I listen to someone who knows. Okay, you can listen to the experts, or you can listen to me, and we'll see who's right. And I just have a feeling I'm going to get to work Monday morning, and I'll get that forecast sheet in front of me. Mark Vail will give me, and it is going to be 70s all the way across. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if any of you have questions. I'm getting the questions on both YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, 65 every. Greg, let's see here. Let's put this on here. Shit. So Greg says 65 every day by 2 p.m. at the airport until June 21. Yeah. I think it probably. I don't know if it might be 4 p.m. But yeah, all the way, I'll give you till August. I'll give you till August 31st. How's that? I'm not worried about that. Let's see. Sean says the state is as deep as the pockets of your cargo shorts. You're the victim of 60-degree. It's true. It's true. I appreciate Sean and kind of realizing that the truth is out there about this. But we're not going to have to worry about people fixing the temperature this year. We're going to get it right. And I don't like these are unconfirmed reports, but I keep hearing, I've got a lot of connections around the city. I keep hearing maybe today at the city hall, they're very busy, obviously, in these uncertain times, but I keep hearing that perhaps they're planning a parade for the fall. In the likely event that I'm right, just kind of like a Jack was correct about this celebration for Lincoln. I can't confirm that 100%. I do have a few decent sources who are telling me that. So, and I guess, they want to do that. It's for the people. If the people want that, I'm fine. I'm fine doing that and being carried through the streets in some kind of a throne or something. I would like a military flyover would probably be a nice touch too, but whatever they want to do, I'm open to help out. This is for you guys. This is all for you guys. And I don't want when I'm right about this at the end of the summer, I don't want to be treated. Listen, your real heroes right now are your frontline workers, your nurses, your doctors, your first responders, those sorts of things. I'm kind of a 1B in the hero range for getting this right. Like you got them here, and like I'm like right just there, and like most of the rest of people are down there. So that's the other thing that I want to point out. But yeah, and let me show you something here. I'm gonna share the screen. Yes, other years, Jack, you've been wrong. And look, here's what it's looked like. I walked through pouring rain one year. This dude one year made me wear an Iowa State sweatshirt. That was the absolute worst. Here I am another year with a bunch of children just start walking with me throughout the streets. There I am wearing a North Star Navigators hat. Here I am. Oh my gosh, look how happy I am to be with Mike Schaefer there with this Northwestern jersey that I had to wear. In Lincoln shooting lacrosse shots at me when I was on my walk of shame. So it's obviously something that it's a part of my past that I don't deny. It was a thing, but it's not happening this year. And I keep having people, well, Jack, what are you going to do? How can you do this during social distancing? What? I'm not thinking about it. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not planning it at all because it's not going to happen. Why waste the thinking and the time on it? So that's all I've got. And this is a good way to end this. Sean brings this up. And if this goes down off of YouTube or Facebook, I'm not Shockies of the world probably is. And so if you don't hear from me, have been kidnapped. There's a lot of people who don't want the truth out there, especially big weather media. And this is going to set them straight. By next week, things are going to be very different. I predict there's going to be a real different reaction to my weather predictions. Today started off a little rough, and I get it. But once we get today right, let's see if we got another degree here. Let's just check while we're at it. Okay, still at 55. All right, so 10 degrees to go before vindication number 1. So anyway, let's I'm lagging apparently. Yeah, I thought my internet metering might get cut down once the company found I was doing this, so I better finish things up today. Again, entirety of the summer where we'll update how correct I am on this. Sharing my screen. I want to show you guys. Well, let's check the weather.gov, because the weather.gov is the agreed upon Lincoln Airport place where we will check. Here, let me share my screen with you. All right, there you go. Oh, okay. So we're down a few more there. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. If you ever want to check, that's what we're looking at here. And this number right here, 52 right now, 13 degrees, no problem. All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining in on this. I will be back with the briefings again. I'm going to maybe put together like a task force of people to reiterate how right I am, and we'll see. A long summer, a long, warm summer, and I'm glad to spend it with you guys. I'll be on the afternoon Road to Recovery, 5 to 6 tonight. I'll probably talk a lot about the success of bringing the city to life, and maybe and follow along, friend me on Facebook if you haven't, follow on Twitter if you haven't, blah, 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 like and subscribe. Bye-bye.